Should I leave it sideways or up? Leave it up, guys. Apologize. For some reason, it's got a mind of its own. Good morning. All right. We got some activity to the east. And here we go. Apologize for the vertical. It says it's unlocked, but yet it's not. So I have no idea. Heading east. We got some action over here, guys. There's the sun. Radar showing some activity over here. Okima. Hello. Entering Seminole County. How's everybody doing today? We're over here in East Central. Well, I am traveling solo today. Had the team yesterday, but had to return. Going to be here all day today. Yeah, there was a dome of high pressure that did not move over the central Oklahoma area yesterday. Models, all of the models that I use were showing that dome to move out of the way, being influenced by the cold air that's moving in right now. It's very chilly this morning. That was anticipated to arrive yesterday, and it did not. As I mentioned earlier, we ran into a temperature anomaly up in the Edmond area, just north of Edmond, Oklahoma. It was 91 degrees at one time. Yeah, pretty bizarre. But the cold air could not budge the warm air, which normally it does. So we're heading east on I-40 in central Oklahoma. There is some thunderstorm activity ongoing right now, and we're trying to reach that storm system that's growing, according to the radar, not far ahead. So we'll see what happens. see what happens. All we can do is try. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Like I said, we'll see what happens. It's over here, straight ahead to the left, just a little bit, right? More over in that direction. The sky's very dark. It's kind of where we're headed. Nice view from up here. It's over there to the, well, straight ahead. Straight ahead is where the action was at 5 minutes ago on radar. Seminole, Oklahoma, Prague, Oklahoma. Still pretty breezy today. It was very breezy yesterday. Everybody having a good day? It's kind of difficult to see a lot of text messages coming through, but got to keep my eyes on the road. I'm trying to get up here to this storm that's just saw it on radar 7 minutes ago, right up here in this area. Saw heavy lightning presence. This is all ongoing. It's developing right now, so more so over in this area, which that's where we're headed. We're going to try to go right to it best we can. See that truck up there being influenced by the high winds. I think I'll try to keep my distance away from. Look at that. Yo! Boy, that's a strong crosswind too. Truck's kind of weaving. We are on I-40 eastbound in central east central Oklahoma. Storm activity on radar, a fairly large cell moving to the north. We're trying to come up behind it. I have it in the field of view. It's right there. You can see the back side of this thing. Earlier it was very energetic. But we'll see. We're trying to catch up to it. Literally chasing a storm in the literal sense. It's right there. Right over in that area. So we are literally chasing a storm. I'm east of Oklahoma City. With a very sharp contrast. And this was that intrusion of cold air that was anticipated for yesterday afternoon, and that would have produced, but it was late arriving, which is okay. It happens, The weather is unpredictable. Weather forecasts change. It's just the way it goes, part of it. I've never seen a weather forecast that was absolutely perfect. They always change in some degree. Nothing you can do about it. Wow. Just screensaver right there. How about that? Let there be light. Wow. It's kind of cool, huh? There's an exit for Cromwell and Weewaka. We're gonna stay on I-40 East. It's activity up here, if it's still ongoing. Had some rain here earlier. You can see the road's a little bit wet. See how the road's shiny right there? Starting to see water up ahead. Some overspray. Might get into some rain here in a moment. Wow, that's bright. Just briefly, it's the first time we've seen the sun pretty much all morning. Crossing Sand Creek. Okay. Starting to see some lowriders up there. This is where the, whoa. Wow. I'm in a low profile car and that wind just sent me, whoa, getting some strong crosswinds here. Yeah, this is the storm system I saw on radar, so we are actually coming up on it. Don't know what's left of it, if it's strengthened, if it's weak. It looked like it was strengthening. Don't see any major convection yet. That wind is strong. Again, it's been very windy for over 24 hours. North Canadian River. Very dark over there. In fact, all around is coming up from the south. That's very dark. Gotta slow down. I'm in a construction zone. Yeah, very. So it's been raining here. Looks like it's moved from. So we should be up on it here soon. In fact, it's growing. It's considerably larger than what I saw on radar. So might see some rain here soon. Maybe some hail. It's right over there. Right over there. Just gotta slow down through this construction zone. There she is. Oh yeah. It's like nighttime again over there. People got their headlights on again. So there's the system. That's the one we're following. It extends far right to the south. Little ray of sunshine coming through that hole in the clouds right up there. I see something here, guys. Here before long. It's like we're approaching. Yeah, that's definitely what I saw on radar. Henrietta, Dakota, 108 miles from Fort Smith. Boy, those are some dark skies, for sure. Like nightfall over there. And getting dark again. Got to turn the headlights back on. All right. Oh yeah. Okay. Getting closer, guys. watch my speed through here. Speed is 60 mph. Yeah, that's the system I saw on radar right there. All right, I think we are out of the construction. Yeah, out of the construction, so we'll try to make some gains here. There it is. Right in front of us. See some clouds that I don't know, like low cones. You never know. Ominous looking sky up there. There it is. Headlights on. Getting dark over here. My map even went into nighttime mode. Yeah, no joke. It's that dark. My navigation map just went into nighttime mode. Look at that. Now the map's back to daylight. It's been in nighttime mode for the last 10 minutes. It's been so dark. Haven't ran into any severe components yet. Looks a little ominous up ahead here. I know it was storming here earlier, but it's moving right over here in this direction. So, see what lies ahead. I know there was a severe component with this earlier. Skies look pretty ominous. something to my south, to my right. Hang on, guys. Hang on. A little bit of convection over there to the right. Oh yeah. See some convection up here. Get into some strong wind gusts again. Wow. That is one ominous looking sky right there. No joke. Yo. Look at that. Oh wow. Seeing a little bit of convection there. Yeah, see some low level convection straight ahead. Oh wow. Hang on, guys, this might get interesting here. Might get interesting up here. We'll see. traveling east on I-40. I'm gonna go up here and travel back towards the west, as I see some activity building behind me. This is an ongoing system right now. I mean, it's not seeing a lot of convection. I'm looking for convection. I'm not seeing a lot of convection right now. Winds are still very gusty. Probably gonna take this exit up here. See what we got going on. Oh, gas. Okay, 259. Yeah, because I definitely need gas. I'm getting close to a half a tank, so I'm gonna pull off up here and get some gas. Into a little rain here. Point the camera over there to the east northeast. Okay, we gotta get some fuel for sure. There it is, right over there. All right, hang on, guys. Please go fuel. Yeah. Hang on. I'll turn the camera around so it's facing the northeast. All right, cool. Just hang tight, guys. I'll just leave the cameras on. I'll be right back. Yeah, I hear you. Woo, it is getting cold. Wow. Unreal. It's like in the 50s. Woo. Oh yeah. Let's get some fuel, guys. There we go. Wow. Need a parka. Wash my hands here, hang on. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, full tank, ready to roll. Not literally. Ready to go forward. Go back this way, look for some convection. Here we go. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Just traveling around east central Oklahoma, trying to find some storms. That's why we came here. You know, sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. It's just the way it is. Now we're gonna head. You can see the clouds already starting to build over there. Has been some downpours in this area. Here we go. Photogenic clouds ahead of us. Very photogenic. Don't see those in Arizona. Oklahoma City, 107 miles. How about that? Wow. That sky. Look at that. Yeah, try to stay on the main thoroughfares. You know, you tend to have a little better reception. And then if you see some action, you can always take a side road, you know. But it's always best to stay on the main roads. Like you can see towers up there that I'm actually able to use for communication. See towers up there on the left and right, for that matter. Get too far off on those side roads, and communications become hit and miss, you know. I got some very photogenic clouds up here, but not a lot of convection. But 1,000 times more than we saw yesterday. Yesterday, it's just about 24 hours late, you know. If it would have arrived yesterday when the you know, thermal, the peak heat, yeah, at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, we would have seen some storm activity. Sporadic, of course, you know, but you would have been able to see the tall supercells reaching up and just follow the storms safely. You got wide open views out here, you know. You have a nice perspective of the land and of course the sky, and just about a day late, and it was because of the dome of high pressure. It stayed steady, and it was anticipated to be moved by the cold air. Like today, it's cold. I'm telling you, it's cold. It sure is. It's cold. Apologize for the vertical. For some reason, there's an issue with it. It's unlocked. I know how to unlock it so you can go horizontal. Done it a million times, but for some reason it is stuck on lock. You know, don't know why. It happens, you know what I mean? Nothing to trip about. I'm sorry that it's vertical, though. It could be a better view. It's the best I can do based off of what we're dealing with. It's stuck on lock, even though it says unlocked. Go figure. Cruising through east central Oklahoma. It is 9:23 a.m. here in Oklahoma, 7:23 in Arizona, and 10:23 if you're on the East Coast. It's been raining here in this particular area just a little while ago. It's not raining obviously right now. We could see some more action here in a little bit. About 100 miles away from OKC. And we'll see what happens between now and then. Just filled up with gas. And it's a nice cool morning. 54 degrees. 54. Yesterday at peak heat, around 4:30, it was 91 degrees, according to this car, which is pretty accurate. It was pretty close to, you know, my phone, if not right on. But we ran into a pocket of 91 degree heat north of Edmond, Oklahoma. And the high winds kept it from feeling very, you know, muggy and humid because it was so windy all day. And I mean all day. Look at this one up here. Getting more photogenic skies, but not necessarily producing anything at the moment. We've got a ways to go, so just sit back and enjoy the ride. Thanks for hanging out with me. And heavily overcast over here, especially. Strong presence of thick clouds, but there's not a lot of rotation or anything like that. No convection. A little bit, but not much. Some orogenic skies coming up here. Hey, whoa. Hey, what's up, guys? Not much to see in front of us. Clearing out a little bit. Had a brief line of thunderstorms roll through early this morning. I got started pretty early too. Traveling by myself today, so just kind of switch the camera around, talk to you guys a little bit. How's everybody doing? I'm over here running around in Oklahoma. Heavily anticipated, especially being on the dry line. All of my sources were in agreement. Already sent the rest of the team back to Arizona. Forward. This was kind of a trial run, spur of the moment thing, and I wouldn't have done it, wouldn't have followed through if I wasn't, confident. I'm only as good as my sources, and my sources were telling me. Sorry about that. You know how it is at a gas pump? I can't see that thing. That's why I'm sitting here scrubbing my hands. I'm not a germphobe. No. I just know how many hundreds of people have touched that. Those things never get cleaned. Ever. So, yeah. Never touch those. And something else, hey, what's up? Something else, kind of off topic here, because the weather looks like it's, holding steady for the time being. I thought I'd come on here and chat with you guys. Something else you may not think about, I was talking about the gas pump thing, how they're just a germ loaded. You ever consider, when you're out eating at a restaurant, the salt and pepper shakers? When you touch a salt and pepper shaker, more than likely those haven't been cleaned in a while either, and then you go handle your food, same thing. So when you touch a salt and pepper shaker, what I do is, I'll try not to, but if I do, I use a napkin. Use a napkin, touch your salt and pepper shaker, and then put your napkin down. All good. That's a prime way of transferring germs and things. And again, I'm not a germ-phobe, but just try to be, cognizant of, ways. And I've always been like that. Long before all this. When you handle raw meat, wear latex gloves. Don't just wash your hands after you handle it. No. Wear latex gloves while you're handling it. Because the bacteria and stuff can get under your nail cuticles, can go through your skin. So just wear rubber gloves when you handle raw meat, any type of chicken, burger, whatever the case may be. If it's uncooked, wear latex gloves. And then just peel the gloves off, put them in the trash. Then there's no transfer of anything. It's in your glove in the trash, and your hands are clean. We like clean. Yeah. And sorry I couldn't bring you guys a storm. Trust me, I was pretty stoked about it. I really was. But that dome, what we got going on up here? Dome of high pressure dominated yesterday. It's okay. It's okay. But I got a surprise for you guys, so stick around. This was kind of a practice run. Yeah, this was kind of a practice run. I wanted to test the equipment. It was a multi-purpose run. Yeah, I would have liked to have gotten into some storm activity, of course, where everybody was safe, you know, not just me and my team, but, you know, like the tornadoes that I have seen, they were out in the country in a rural area, and they hopped one of them hopped a highway like this, a 4-lane interstate, and traveled for 22 miles on the ground. Nobody was hurt, but it spent the most of its life cycle out in the country like this, out in a rural area. And I followed it for maybe 7 or 8 miles until I ran out of road. But I knew it was going away from me. It was going at an angle, so it was entirely safe. And that's the main thing, you know, when you're out doing things like this, is safety is always paramount. Safety is first. So don't go get yourself in the middle of a storm, especially one with a lot of convection and things. But yeah, thanks for stopping along. I can't see how many we got on here. A couple hundred, 200, 300. It's all good. We're heading back to OKC and gonna head to the airport. Yes, sir. Up front, I'll trek around, but I thought I'd chat with you guys for a while. It's hard to read the comments while I'm driving, but there was quite a bit of, I'm starting to see some low clouds, quite a bit of activity, but again, it was very sporadic. A lot of snow in the northern tier, coming down at incredible rates. North Dakota, northern Minnesota, from what I understand, just up there in the northern tier. And then from the edge of the cold line, you know, where it was freezing, where it was frozen precipitation, that would be around Chicago, I think, south, you know, especially today, you know, all the way to Louisiana, you know, there's a chance of storms. Again, like yesterday, like I was anticipating here in Oklahoma, was the afternoon heating. The afternoon heating is what gets these storms, you know, gives them energy. They rise up, and then they can, you know, produce hail. Yesterday we had high winds just constantly all day, but you need that afternoon heating. So, you know, I really didn't anticipate anything until 4 or 5 o'clock anyway. I started out early, just simply because I wanted to be early. I like to be early. It's always better to be 5 minutes early than 5 minutes late. That's just how I roll. So yesterday I was 3 hours early, even though I was anticipating, you know, storm activity in the evening at peak heat, you know, when 4 or 5 o'clock. And the heat dominated. Normally cold air will move in and collide with the warm air, and up it goes, but didn't happen. Not in our area. And it happened a little bit in Texas. I heard there was a tornado in the Galveston area of Texas. So yeah, that's how far this energy went. And you know, it was scattered. Some places it was, you know, quite profound, at least temporarily. In other places it was completely absent. So that's weather for you. You know, if it were highly predictable, then, you know, you wouldn't even need meteorologists. You'd know what it was going to do every day. So even the best computer models and software that's out there, you know, they're not always 100%. They're very good, though. I will say that. Very, very good. They've come a long way over the last 12 years. Long way. In fact, I'm super impressed with some of them out there. Super impressed. But it doesn't always, what they call, is it verify, you know? and that's okay. Not much going on, guys. The skies are just cloudy. No convection, no mammatus here, nothing. It's very overcast, about it. Yeah, the first tornado I chased was about 500 miles. Yeah, about 500 miles east of here. That was a long time ago. $1995. Before we had handheld radar, you know? And I wasn't prepared for it. I was driving west just like this. And I saw it come down out of the sky. It looked like started out like a horizontal ice cream cone in the sky. I looked. And again, this is pre-smartphone, pre-internet for the most part. I was just driving on a 2-lane highway like this, and I happened to see it, and then it came down like that and made contact with the ground. Went that way. I came up, parked under an overpass, which I know you're not supposed to do, but me and about 4 other people parked under an overpass because it had a steep ditch, like an embankment that we knew the tornado was moving northeast, and we were heading west, so it's moving away from us. Then once it went past me and I could see it pulling up dirt from the cornfield, a plowed cornfield that it actually jumped a highway like this, went into the cornfield, and it's the inception of the dirt when it starts pulling dirt up into the vortex. Then you can see it. You can see its shape. I saw it, was able to see where it was going, and I turned around and went and followed it. Followed it for quite a while. It seemed like a while. It wasn't very long, maybe 10 minutes tops, 15 minutes tops. But you know, when you see one, and I was probably within, I don't know, 500 yards of it. Again, safely, because it was moving at an angle away from me. If it wasn't a safe situation, I wouldn't have done it. But it's an adrenaline rush when you see something like that. Just how powerful, you know, Mother Nature can be. All about respect. Absolutely. But I got a surprise for you guys. I don't want to tell you what it is. I'm not going to tell you what it is right now. A few weeks away. A few weeks away. But I got a surprise for you guys. Different kind of storm chasing. That's all I'm going to say. Different kind of storm chasing. Yes. So this was kind of a practice run. I get the team out in the field, you know, myself, check the equipment. And you know what? It was, got going on here. We gained knowledge, so that's good. We gained knowledge. Didn't get any wild footage or anything like that, but that's okay, you know, we gained knowledge. I am going to fix this phone though. There's no reason why this should be vertical because it's unlocked. I don't get it. Horizontal view is the better view. I understand that completely. Oh! Entering that construction zone again. So I'll definitely have that fixed for sure. And that's one of the reasons why we're doing this, to find things like that, little, issues that we can fix. 76 miles for next time, but it won't be here, somewhere else. And you'll have a horizontal view. Absolutely. But it is 100% unlocked, so it should be horizontal. Kind of hungry. What time is it? It's 10. I rented a low profile car just in case we got into, a situation where there were high or even straight line winds. I didn't want a high profile vehicle like that's in front of me. They become a sail. They catch too much wind, and then they can become top heavy. And you want a low profile, heavier vehicle, full size. Doesn't have to be, but you want something low to the ground if you're out doing something like, storm chasing. Even if you don't come into a tornado, if you can get yourself into straight line winds, which are very unpredictable, you want to be in something low to the ground. About the same, guys. I'll show you. Flip it around. About the same. Just overcast. Pretty thick cloud layer. But nothing active, Nothing too active here in this area. Was up by Stillwater yesterday, went north, and my strategy was to go north well early of the arrival of any storms coming up from the south. and then come back, and then you could have them in front of you and you'd know which way to go. That was my plan. And that's the route that I took. Went north, and then went north about 90 miles, went up past, where did I go? Past Perry, Stillwater, up in that area, and then turned around and came back. But as it turned out, nothing materialized. But, you know, I got a good chance to test equipment and things like that. So, you know, it was not a complete waste of time by any means at all. Learned some things. Like I said, boy, this truck up here is taking on some wind. Learned some things about the equipment that I need to have a better understanding of, and some things I need to fix, you know, with regard to a vertical opposed to horizontal. I prefer horizontal, but I don't know, for some reason it's weird. It's unlocked, but it says it's not, and it clearly is, so don't know. But I'll have that fixed before next time. Yeah, we're gonna go out again. Gonna go out again. Be a different type though. Different type. Hang on. Getting hungry. Get back, get something to eat. Right now I'm about 70 miles due east of Oklahoma City. Coming up on Weewaka. And we'll need a couple more things I learned. You know, we needed to get out in the field. I noticed people ask some questions about the different types of things that we use, and I'll share those with you guys. I don't have half of it with me right now, but see, right now I'm going to need. I've got a hotspot. That's what I was using earlier. I was using my laptop earlier. Just hooked the hotspot up with my cell phone, but I mean, it worked great. It worked great, but it doesn't work that long, you know. So I've got to figure that out, you know, because you might be out in the field for 8 hours, and if it's only going to give you strong data for a couple hours or an hour, then what good is it? So I got to work on that. I need something that's going to, especially next time around, it's going to work all day. I can't have 1 hour. It's not going to work. Got to have an 8-hour minimum, you know, of data. So, like I said, it was a learning experience. 66 miles. Because we're going to be doing some other things here in a few weeks. Yeah. And I've been working on it for a few weeks. We just decided to kind of do this. My models that I use and have used for years. But just like anything, including, any of us, myself, we're not perfect. They're not perfect. Didn't work out, and that's okay. It's okay. But it wasn't a wasted trip. Not at all. No, not at all. It's all good. All good. Yes, sir. But, some of the equipment, mighty expensive. It's called you may have heard of it, a black cube. You carry around, it's like your own personal hotspot. Your phone can be a hotspot, but there's this black cube that has the ability to run 20 devices, which I don't necessarily need that. And it's also 5G compatible, but you have to have it hooked up to your cellular provider. But I need something that can go for 8 hours, not an hour. Not. I just like hook up the radar to, and a specified radar with multiple screens. You have to have those capabilities out in the field if you're going to be effective, So those are some things I'm looking at. That's all. One of a few things. And then these, I don't know what's up with these. This is what I started out the YouTube with. Right there. And they didn't work, as you well know. So I got to figure that out. Got to work out that, so next time it's flawless. We don't have these types of little glitches. I don't like glitches. We go out, we want to be smooth and functioning properly. Everything working properly. Yeah, of course, you're going to have a little snag here and there. That's okay. You got to be able to figure it out on the fly. So that's why I had to start the live. I started the live with the ear pod. You're supposed to be able to just use it as a microphone. So I wanted to give you a better, instead of me trying to talk into the phone, talk into this. Didn't work. So that's going to be fixed. The data thing's going to be fixed. For next time, because we're going to be out in the field for an extended period of time. So those things have to work properly. So I got to work on that. That's all. And I didn't expect it to go perfect. I haven't been out, especially in this capacity. I've been out chasing storms, but not trying to manage a lot of equipment and expect the equipment to work perfectly. I didn't expect it to. I really didn't. And that's okay. It's like I said, it's a learning experience. I learned about this, learned, the computer hooked up fine to a hotspot, but, you need wow, you need a lot of data. You do. You need a lot of data. And even if you have unlimited data, it's still, I'm not sure you can get unlimited. I don't know. I have to look and see. I take care of it, though. You bet. I'm not going to come out here and not be able to use our equipment. We're going to be able to use our equipment. So. Safety first. That's always paramount with me. Safety first. Sky's still about the same. Some low cloud cover. Not a lot of moisture though. Very little. It's cold. It's 55 degrees. and it's 10 o'clock. Very chilly. Which I suppose that's pretty normal for April, but yesterday being 91 degrees in the middle of the afternoon, you need that afternoon heating to build up those thunderstorms.